What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Sunday night mobile creator live stream, YouTuber live stream, and it is in fact Valentine's Day. So I hope you had a wonderful Valentine's Day. If you celebrate that sort of thing, or if you're just single and you don't celebrate that thing, I hope you watch some good movies at least. How's everybody doing? How was your week? Funny story about why I didn't stream last week. I did a members only live stream on my channel last week for channel members. I got a link down below to that if you want to join the channel membership. So I was reviewing channels. I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to go live on, for the normal live stream. And I ate something, I drank something, and I sat down on the sofa, and it was one of those things where I'm like, I'm just going to close my eyes for 2 minutes. Boom, out. So yeah, I fell asleep. Getting old. I don't know what to tell you. How's everybody doing? Pixelapia, how you doing? Coming in and dropping the first super chat of Valentine's Day. Whoa, that's so kind of you. Happy Valentine's Day, D. Let's start the funk. Well, this is your funk. This was, I reserved this one for you. We're going to start the night off right.
Super chat.
Thank you so much, Pixelapia. I appreciate it. Kicking this off right, courtesy of you and your super kind super chat. I do appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. G. Michael Jr., how you doing, sir? I'll let this ride for just a moment. Let the horns slow down here. There we go. It looks like we also have a new channel member.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Insane McLean, welcome to the Nimminati. Welcome to the channel membership. Here's what you want to do. Head over to my community feed. You might have to look a couple of posts down. There's a post just for members only that have a link to a private Facebook group. That's where I'm answering your questions there. I usually check in there about once a day. We do members only live streams where I do full channel reviews there as well. When you do join the Facebook group, it's going to pop up a thing and say, hey, you know what's your YouTube channel and all that. Make sure you put a link to your channel so I can verify who you are and that you're actually a channel member. So thank you. Thank you. I can jump into the chat here for a little bit. See who I missed. Hey, Adrian, how you doing? Beanie Jaws. Beanie Jaws just realized you have a Death Star. Now that's right. That's no moon. That's a battle station. Those of you who've been sticking around for a while now have the Death Star. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had to rejoin. Yep, that's right. Zane, how you doing? So I'm going to jump into questions. Hey, Red Dirt Picker. Couple of pickers. How you doing? Doug Houston YT. How you doing? How's everybody doing? So tonight's stream, because I'm getting a little bit of a late start, it's probably not going to be a long one. So if you do have questions, I think I've got it pinned in the chat right now. So go open up that questionnaire, drop your question in there. You can head down to the description, drop your question in there. Before I get started, I do want to say tonight's show is brought to you by STREAMYARD. That is the platform that I am live streaming with. That is how I'm putting questions on the chat. I can put something like this on the screen. I can add guests. I can bring other people in. Super easy platform to use. If you're new to streaming, you're trying to figure out, hey, I want to go live, but I don't want to deal with a bunch of gear. This is a super easy way to do it. It works on your computer, works on your Android, works on your iPhone. Because it's browser based, it works across the board. So if that's the thing about apps, it doesn't work on all phones. The browsers are going to work everywhere. This is my funk. Oh man, see who else. Hey Tommy, how you doing, man? Pia making it right. I need like a cash gift or something. Just throwing cash out. That's exactly what I need. Question, hey Adam, did you sprinkle rose petals on your girlfriend's bed for Valentine's Day? I did not. I'm in an Airbnb. I did have flowers delivered, and let me tell you what a adventure that was, trying to order flowers on Valentine's Day in a foreign country where I'm not fluent in the language. Speak a little bit of basic Spanish, but not enough to order stuff. It worked out though. They arrived a couple hours late. Oh man. Hey, Butterfly Hustles, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into the questions today because, hey, Tracy, because like I said, this isn't going to be a live stream. Of course, it's going to be a live stream, a long stream. Hey, Tracy, I see D went to get his shit. That's all it is, guys. I needed the money. I knew Pixel P was going to come through. Pizza money for the night. I love it. Hey, Gulf Coast Granny, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. So I'm just going to jump right into these questions and just all guns a-blazing right there, and I probably just got demonetized. First question is from Sports Gamer SG. He's got a gaming channel and says, how can I grow my channel and drive viewers to my channel? If you don't mind doing an impression on my channel, I can help me grow. So I'm not going to be pulling channels up, I'm not doing channel reviews, but I did look at your channel before I went live. You're a gaming channel, you're a mobile gaming channel, and I think that's really cool. But here are two things that are murdering your channel. The first thing that's hurting your channel is you have a really loud, somewhat obnoxious intro at the beginning. The music was super loud on my headphones, and it's just like, get rid of the intro. You don't need the intro. You do not need the intro. That was like 10 seconds of stuff that you don't need. So it took too long to get into your video. Secondly, when the video started, you're using a computer animated voice. It's not your real voice, maybe because English isn't your first language. I don't know why you're doing that, but I would say if you are going to use a computer animated AI type voice, find a better one than the one that you're using, because the one that you're using sounds like a 1988 Speak and Spell. It's not a very high quality one, and I would just not use that. So I would either not put any words at all and just use something like Epidemic Sound or YouTube Sound Library, YouTube Music Library, and just use some great music and come in and play, or upgrade your voice on that one. So that's what I got for you. Next question, Zane. How you doing, Zane? Zane says, my how-to eBay videos I post 2 a week, but every now and then my Amazon gets around 50% views compared to eBay. It's the same niche. 41% of the audience wants Amazon videos. You did a poll. Shall I keep posting one for eBay and one for Amazon in the week? And you can test it out, but here's the thing you have to keep in mind. You polled your current audience, okay? And there's importance to that. You definitely want to make sure you have your finger on the pulse of what your audience wants, but at the same time, if you want to grow your channel, you have to tap into people that are beyond your current audience. It's a balancing act in order to do that. So you have to take polls with a grain of salt, because at your current audience, you also have to reach out for people who don't know you exist yet. So I would say, whichever one of those is working the best, do those. If you're finding that, I mean, you say you get about 50% of the views. So if the Amazon ones, people aren't responding to those, then don't do them. Or try to find a different way to do them. In terms of text versus less text on a thumbnail, if you are going to put text on a thumbnail, don't make it so wordy. Just use a couple of keywords, but test it. Text, no text. A lot of people make the mistake of putting a ton of text on their thumbnails, and don't do that. Just put a few words on there. A couple really bold, easy to read trigger words on your thumbnail. That's the way to do it. Crystal clear meditation.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
We have a new channel member, Crystal Clear Meditation. Please head over to my community feed. I'll tell you what, since you guys are new, when the stream is over, I'm going to post a link to the Facebook group. Make sure you list your channel when the screen pops up on Facebook that says, hey, what's your YouTube channel? Make sure to link that so I can put the name Crystal Clear Meditation with all of that. And thank you. Thank you so much. We do members live streams. You have questions about YouTube, I answer those. I answer any question, really, over in the Facebook group. So thank you. Butterfly Hustlers, hope everyone had a lovely Valentine's Day. I didn't get enough chocolate. We did order Krispy Kreme heart-shaped donuts. So that was fantastic. That was great. Beanie says, I can't stand dubstep intros in gaming. Just lose them. Just lose the intro. I mean, it's so, I can't urge you, and I can't stress, like, you don't have to have an intro. Don't follow the pack. Don't follow everybody else. The key here, look, there are two things you need to focus on as a YouTuber. Beyond your topic, right? Of course, you need a good topic that people are interested in, but you need to focus on this, your click-through rate. You need to make sure people are clicking on your thumbnail. And two is your watch time. You want to get people to watch your video as long as possible. Aim for 50%. If you can get 60%, that's even better. But 50%, make that like a goal and keep editing and re-editing and tweaking and retweaking until you can start hitting that 50% or higher, right? Intros, you're going to lose a lot of people for playing an intro. You just don't need them. You just don't need them. A lot of people think, well, because everybody has an intro, I need an intro. No one is on YouTube because of your intro. Nobody. You're not either. When was the last time, other than to learn how to make an intro, did you go to YouTube and say, oh, I'm going to surf around and look at intros today? Never. Didn't happen. Remove it. Nobody's there for the intro. Get rid of it. You don't need it. Slot Freaks, how you doing? Let's see here. So no intro at all. I would look, here's the thing. Butterfly Houses, I believe you posted your audience retention in the member Facebook group. You're holding them quite well. Here's what you guys want to avoid. Let me pull up some of my own data from a video that I did that maybe didn't perform very well. So let me pull up something that I'm not proud of, but I'll share it with you to prove my point. And I don't use intros, right? So what I'm gonna share applies even more because I don't use intros and people are still leaving. So let me find something where people might have left. Give me 1 second here. I want to find something with a really bad beginning. Give me a second. I'm looking okay, yep, this one is terrible. So this video is like 12 minutes long, but the key here is that I want to show you the drop at the beginning and I want to show you what you want to avoid as a YouTuber. And everybody has this. So if you have the YT Studio app, you can access this in your videos. If you have a desktop computer, you go to YouTube Studio, and everybody has this feature, and you can see it on a per video basis. And make sure I'm not covering anything up here. Okay, so here is what you want to avoid. So this graph right here is your average percentage viewed. Okay, so this is what happens when people watch your video. The blue line here, this graph, these are people leaving the video. So this tells me, it's a 12-minute video, okay? But this is telling me that I'm not holding their attention enough. And what I want you to focus on is this part right here at the very beginning. Do you see this drop right here? That's a really big drop. That means as soon as somebody hit play on this video, whatever it is, it might have been how I communicated. It could have been my audio. It could have been they just didn't like the look of my face. There's a million reasons why people click off. But the key thing here is that they clicked off. Now, some people might have an even bigger drop here, right? Some people might have a small drop, okay? You want to focus on this part right here and make this drop as small as possible. Now, if you're playing an intro, now the intro that I mentioned earlier on the gaming channel, I think his was like 10 seconds long. That's entirely too long. If you do want to put an intro for branding purposes and you're looking at your graph here and you're like, okay, well, people aren't leaving when I play my intro, then that's fine. You know, make an intro like 3 seconds, 4 seconds long at best if you are going to have an intro. But you want to come here and look at this graph to see, because here's what you do. You can come here and you can play this video, right? Come here, play your video. And you see this red line. There's a red line over here. This line is going to move as the video plays. So you can play your own video. Now on a mobile app, you're not going to be able to do this in the YT Studio app. You can see the graph, but you're going to have to put your computer in desktop or your browser in desktop mode. Come into YouTube Studio that way in order to do this. But this graph is moving with the video. So as the video is playing, you can watch the graph and say, okay, I did something here and people started to leave. I did something there and people started to leave. I did something here and people rewound. If you see like a bump, people rewound and they watch something again. So you need to go through and you need to watch your video to see if when you're playing your intro or when you're doing anything in your video, if people are leaving, right? Because watch time is the name of the game. You want people to watch your video. So I just showed you that one. Now let me come back in and show something that might be a little bit better. Give me 1 second here. Just to give you an idea of how I've changed things up. Okay, so this one, let me share this one. And I'm gonna get back to your questions here in just a little bit. I just want to get this point across because I'm constantly seeing intros all over the place. And they might not be hurting you. This is the way to check to find out if it is hurting you. And I'm not looking in the chat right now. Okay, so this is another one that I made. And you see there's a little bit of a drop here at the beginning, but nowhere near, right? This one's a little bit slower and a little bit more gradual. So I obviously, this one I picked up the pace quite a bit. I tried to move it along a little bit better and try to skip things. And you can say that I held their attention a little bit better than the other one. But here's something at the very end. You see this cliff off the very end? This is where people realize the video is over. As soon as people realize the video is over, they start to leave. So you have to be real careful how you word stuff at the end of the video. So, this graph is something that everyone needs to pay attention to, because it's going to let you know how people are responding to your video, how you communicate. Does your intro work or not? That graph is going to set you free in terms of answering all your questions. I'm going to jump back to, hey, Matt, how you doing, man? It'd be interesting to look at that graph if you have chapters. Yeah, so I have chapters in a good handful of those videos. Sometimes you'll see just like little spikes here and there, little spikes where people are just clicking on stuff and it might be going back. Beanie says, meanwhile, my graph usually looks like a tower, probably when my voice starts and my voice annoys. So change it up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what this data is for. If you're like, okay, there's this huge, ski slope, half pipe looking thing at the beginning, they're losing interest at the beginning. That means you have to find a new way to bring your video in. You're gonna have to test all sorts of different things to bring people in. Don't waste their time. Don't waste their, I'm not saying you're wasting their time, but you want to make sure they get right into it. It could be your music choice. It could be they just don't like the sound of your microphone. It could be your voice. I don't know. Test it with your voice. Test it without your voice. Test it with a different microphone. There's all sorts of things that you need to test. I can get really crazy with the analytics. That's good. If you see, most people don't like analytics, right? There's especially, look, YouTube gives us so many options. You go into analytics. Hey, Doc, how you doing? You dig into analytics, and we have so many options to choose from. It can actually be overwhelming. You're like, I don't even know what to look at. Look at your click-through rate. Look at your audience retention or your average view duration, right? Look at how long people are watching your video and how often people are clicking on your thumbnails, and focus on those. Focus on those. Doc Williams, my man. I saw somebody here. It's the first time. What is it? Contempo Coding. Hey there, this is my first time catching the live. Thank you for coming to hang out with us today. What I usually do on my live streams, I generally do them every Sunday, and this is a Q&A type live stream. So if you have a question in the chat, I believe there's a link that's pinned. It's going to pop up a questionnaire. Just what's your question, what's your YouTube channel. Feel free, ask any questions that you want. And if you're just joining us, somebody coming in late, I'm going to be randomly picking questions out of the chat, but I'm going to be taking 99% of them out of the form right here. All right, next question comes from Crystal Clear Meditation, who says, aloha from Hawaii, aloha. My channel is relaxing music, and it seems that there are so many channels like that. Any ideas how I can make my content stand out amongst them all? Thank you, Kelly. Yes. Kelly, I hope you're on Facebook. If not, send me a DM somewhere, or just say something in the chat and I'll keep my eye out for it. What I want you to do is when you come into the private Facebook group, there's an area in there where I say post your channel, introduce yourself. And there's another post that and this is where you can actually link to your channel. And there's another thread that I just started a couple of days ago where I said post your latest video. And if you want feedback, ask me for feedback. So you want to be very specific. You can ask this question there, and that's where I'll actually go in, I'll pull it up, I'll watch the videos, and I'll give you some feedback and some things to work on. Because I don't pull those up during the live stream here, but I do for channel members over there in the Facebook group. So ask the same question once you come over to Facebook. And if you're not in Facebook for some reason, let me know, and we can handle this elsewhere. Next question from Abraham Noble. He says, hey, D, quick question. How would one be able to be part of your awesome Nimminati community, or any other for that matter, if the option may not be currently allowed in some countries? Okay, so first of all, if you're hanging out in my stream or my brother's stream, I mean, you're part of the Nimminati. What you're probably asking is the channel membership. The channel memberships is a feature that's built into YouTube where people can pay a monthly fee. Excuse me, a monthly fee. I think the baseline for my channel is like $1.99, and it was like $4.99, and it's like a mastermind group. I know not all countries have that, but I know that's something that YouTube is working on. So you're part of the community. It's just that the actual channel memberships are for people who can pay, because that gives them access to certain information. So I can make a community post, I can do live streams, I can do various types of content, and I can select it inside of YouTube that says for members only, and then only they can see that. So if you're not actually a member, you wouldn't see it. I can't circumvent that. But you'll get that. I know YouTube is rolling out those features to all countries eventually. Next question for Pixelpia. Says, I'm thinking about narrowing my niche down even more. Interesting. Do you think graphics on a budget with tutorials about free and inexpensive graphics software would be a good idea? Okay, double-edged sword there. I don't know what your channel goals are. and you may have written this down up here. Hold on here. So you want to build a community. Here's the double-edged sword when it comes to, hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy? Doug says Nimminati are everywhere. That's right, man. All you got to do is just be like, just show up. Show up and you're in, man. You're in. You're in. Nimminati, ride or die. You got it. Here's the thing. You have to find the balance. If you're talking about like budget content, free content, that's great. You're definitely helping out a particular group of people who don't have the budget to pay for content. I do the exact same thing, but you have to understand that it's a balancing act. If you have any future goals of selling products, be it your own product or maybe affiliate links and that sort of thing, if all you focus on are budget and free, you're going to attract people looking for free things and budget things, which means they might not necessarily have money to do other things. So you have to think about what your channel goals are, and then you have to walk that balance between, I want to help people who don't have a budget, but at the same time, you got to keep the lights on, right? At the same time, these cameras aren't free, so you do need to make a little bit of money. So you have to find that balancing act between helping too. I wouldn't go nosedive into just free and budget. You could definitely grow your channel that way, but I'm afraid you would paint yourself into a corner. I think the road that you're on is probably a good one without having to tweak that. Hey, we have a new channel member.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
The Xiaojo fangirl, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for becoming a channel member. When the stream is over, I'm going to put a link in the community feed. If you go to my video page and you look at community, there's a link called community. When this, give me a few minutes when this is over, I'm going to put a link to our private Facebook group. Thank you, thank you. And by the way, if you got questions over there, I answer any question you have about YouTube in the Facebook group. We do members-only live streams. I try to get into a month. I've been stuck in a foreign country since the pandemic happened, so my schedule's been a little wonky, but that's what we aim for. So thank you and welcome. Boy, look at all the greens showing up in here. I love it. Philly Picker, how you doing? Hey, guys, I love it. Welcome to the club. I love it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Yard Sales and Dreams. Hey, you just stopped in and soaking up some knowledge. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so I'm going to jump back into the questionnaire here. This or that fitness asks the next question. It says, we started with YouTube Shorts last week. Awesome. I've got 2 videos on YouTube Shorts. If you guys haven't seen them yet, be sure to check those out. And they did great for views, but decreased our average click-through rate by 5 percentage points. Should we optimize Shorts or stick them to long-form traditional content? Should we optimize Shorts? Okay, so, okay. Treat your short just like you do any other type of content. So you're uploading it to YouTube, make a thumbnail for it, make a title for it, put the description in there. Make a short just like you would any other piece of content, only it's vertical and it's under 60 seconds. Here's the thing with shorts. A lot of people are actually getting a ton of views with shorts. They're getting a ton of views with shorts, but we're seeing that a lot of people are having trouble building community with shorts. A lot of people are having trouble some people are getting subscribers, but a lot of channels are not getting subscribers. A lot of them, they're tons of views, but they're not really transferring over for some channels. So I would say if you're getting a lot of views, keep going. Keep going. Make sure that the shorts that you're uploading are relevant to the content that you're making on your channel to increase the likelihood that they're going to not only subscribe to your channel, but they're going to watch other videos that are not shorts, right? If you're making 2 different types of content, people are going to subscribe. They're not going to be interested in what you're actually making on your channel. So I wouldn't worry about if your average click-through rate gets dropped a little bit. YouTube is looking at this stuff on a per video basis, right? Like every video is a standalone video. Don't get too caught up on the channel-wide metrics. Look at each video individually. And also, I just heard this recently, YouTube is going to be adding a specific area for YouTube Shorts. And this might be breaking news. I don't know if the cat's getting out of the bag here. YouTube is going to be releasing a specific area inside of YouTube. So currently, if you create a short, if it goes in the short shelf, it's in the short shelf. But if you make a video, when you upload it, it sits next to all of your other video content. People don't like that. They say, I don't like it if I've got a 15-second video sitting next to a 5-minute or 12-minute video. So YouTube is working on their individual tab that's going to separate your shorts from all of your other content. So if you're worried about that, help is on the way. And in terms of analytics, shorts are standalone. Shorts are standalone when it comes to analytics. Shorts are viewed as shorts. Videos are viewed as videos in terms of YouTube and how they are looking at everything. I know that was a mouthful. Newsflash. Yes. Yes. All right, hold on here. Question, I don't have enough data to see the best time to upload yet, okay? Would you personally choose morning, noon, or night? Surely it doesn't matter much at this point, but I wanted your thoughts. I'm always gonna go with the morning because you give more people the opportunity to see your video throughout the day. Let's say, theoretically, you uploaded at 11 p.m. at night. Okay, well, that's great. You uploaded your video, but the majority of your audience is either going to be in bed or they're going to go to bed soon. And then you're going to have a full 6 to 8, maybe 10 hours of dead time where people might not be watching your video at all. So think in terms of view velocity. You want your video to rise as quickly as possible, get as many views as possible out of the gate. Doesn't always work that way depending on the type of traffic you get. But I always recommend uploading in the morning if you can, if you don't have that data yet, so you can catch people as they're coming onto the internet and you can ride that wave all day long of people coming on and surfing YouTube. Let's gameplay. Hello, sir. That's huge. I was hoping to do that with the shorts tab. Yeah, so they're still gonna have the short shelf, right? That's gonna be in your homepage and that's gonna be on the video page underneath videos. But a lot of people are complaining about the shorts that are showing up next to their video on the channel page. So they're coming up with a way to fix that. I don't have a release date on that or anything. I heard that from a YouTube engineer. So yeah, it's coming. Help is on the way. And they also clarified too. So there's a lot of people out there trying to figure out if they should start a second channel for YouTube Shorts. Right? A lot of people, should I start a channel for YouTube Shorts? Should I create a second channel? Because I heard it hurts your average view duration, right? That's what a lot of people are talking about. Can it hurt your channel? I know some really big channels created the second channel because they didn't want to hurt their average view duration. However, a YouTube engineer just said, I heard it with my own ears, that YouTube Shorts will not hurt your average view duration. They said that data from Shorts is contained within Shorts. They see it as its own thing. Now, I am trying to get clarification on that, and I hope to have that within the week because I'm trying to make a new video on this. The clarification that I'm trying to get is, does that mean that it's only shorts, only data that's counted from the short shelf that doesn't hurt your average view duration? But what if that short is watched elsewhere? What if you get search traffic and people find your short that way? Can that hurt? So they said it doesn't hurt, but I need clarification on that before I actually dive in head first and make a video about that. Gotta love Clubhouse. You got it, man. Yeah, that's where it was. That's exactly where it was. There's a lack of funk in this stream. That's what I'm talking about.
Super chat.
Thank you, Pixelpia. Coming in. Dropping a super chat for some new music. I appreciate that. Isn't average view duration by video? Yeah, but you have like an overall channel. There's overall channel metrics and a per video too. So people are thinking, okay, if I upload shorts and people are watching less and it could hurt overall. He said, the YouTube engineer said that it doesn't. I just want clarification that all shorts, no matter where they show up on YouTube, it doesn't hurt. That's a very technical thing because a short can go in the short shelf. It can pop up if somebody searches for something. It can end up on suggested traffic. That video can end up in a lot of different places. Let me see here. Man, I wish TubeBuddy does view velocity. Yeah, that'd be great. Help is on the way. You got it. Help is in fact on the way. Hey, Eric, how you doing, man? What's up, dude? Question, what is your absolute favorite meal? Absolute favorite meal that I could eat until the end of time. It's a tough tie between pizza with pineapple and onion toppings or Indian food. I am a sucker for Indian. Give me like a big plate of like cashmere, like of dum aloo. Get like dum aloo with some garlic naan, and I could just eat that stuff forever. Tough. I don't know. Pizza or Indian food. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. All right, next question. Wait, did I even answer that one? Oh, should we optimize? Yeah, just keep going. Keep going with shorts. I know I got sidetracked there. Also, the YouTube engineer, he was talking about this. what we see right now with shorts is going to be changing. This is new. It's a work in progress, so they're going to be fine-tuning this. They're going to be making this even better. So if you're on the fence of should I make shorts, yeah. If you want to make shorts, make shorts. I think it's just going to get better on YouTube. Mouse Ears and Magic Podcast asked the next question. After binge watching you, Daniel, and Owen over the past few weeks, I'm starting to change the way I do thumbnails, titles, and making sure I get those keywords. Right on. I'd love to hear that. Would it be a bad thing to go back and change some of these things on my older streams? Would it mess things up for those videos or anything? Yeah, it's possible. You've got me all messed up wanting to improve on my old mistakes. So if you have, let me look at your channel really quick here. I'm going to guess you're doing some sort of Disney channel based on the name. So if you have videos that are getting views, I would probably leave them alone. But you could always upgrade your thumbnails. If they're not getting clicked, you can check the data to see if what the click-through rate on those. I would focus on moving forward, get your titles dialed in, get your thumbnails dialed in. And if you have videos in the past, you're like, you know what, these should have done better, but maybe I blew it on the title. Yeah, you can change those. I wouldn't worry about going back and changing everything. I would focus on, moving forward. But if there are some videos you think you could get some more love on them, yeah, you can go back and change those. Next question comes from Video Tricks. I want to know how I can get 1,000 subscribers fast, please. Man, I don't know how to explain to you guys. Okay, I know you're trying to get monetized, right? If you're trying to get 1,000 subscribers, you're trying to hit monetization status, but you also need 4,000 hours of watch time. Hold on, my eye itches. But here's the thing. Hey, Theater Maker, how you doing, man? If I understand everyone wants to grow. You want to get 100 subscribers, you can get your custom URL, but I promise you that when you hit 1,000 subscribers, nothing is going to change on your channel. Like, that's not how it works with YouTube. There's not a secret subscriber metric where YouTube goes, oh, wow, 1,000 subscribers, let's start giving them some extra love. It doesn't work that way. What generally happens is when people start to get more subscribers, it's because you have more videos in your library. It has nothing to do with your subscriber number. A lot of people, there's a lot of rumors going around. When you get 1,000 subscribers, YouTube starts giving you more attention. It doesn't work that way. Flat out, it does not work that way. People think but people tend to get more views because they have more videos. It comes down to that. Now, if you're trying to reach monetization, you need 1,000 subscribers and you need 4,000 hours of watch time. So there's no secret formula on how to get 1,000 subscribers fast other than get to 100 subscribers and then go through your analytics and figure out how you got to 100 subscribers. What videos got me to 100 subscribers, and make a bunch more of those. This isn't super difficult in terms of how to get from 100 to 1,000. It's just focus on the stuff that works. I may need to resign from the Nimminati pineapple on pizza. Oh, hey, there's two types of people in this world. There's people who put pineapple on pizza, and there's people who don't put pineapple on pizza. But I love you just the same. Gulf Coast Cranny.
Super chat.
Thank you so much. Pineapple on the pizza. You are my pizza soulmate. Thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. That's so funny. Great channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for stopping by. When is the VN tutorial coming out? I'm going to jump into video editing a lot more this year. I've got videos coming on CapCut. I've got videos coming on VN. I've got videos coming on VLLO, InShot even. So what are some others I got working on? LumaFusion. So I'm going to be tackling more video editing tutorials this year. So sit tight. It's all coming. We got a new channel member.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Carter P., welcome to the Nimminati. So after this stream is over, come back and check out on the community feed. I'm going to put a link to our private Facebook group. I usually check in there once a day, answering all your questions. We do a members live stream once or twice a month. So welcome, and I'm looking forward to seeing you over there. And Say McLean comes in and says, that's some funky advice, man. Funk it up. Let's see what we got here.
Super chat.
Insane McLean, thank you, sir, for the super chat. Says that's some funky advice, man. Funk it up. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Try to let that ride for a moment. I was pulling down the wrong slider. There you go. And then we got another question here. What is this one? How would you grow a gaming channel fast? Okay. How many gamers do we have in here today? We usually have a good turnout for gamers. If you're a gamer, type in gamer in the chat. I want to see how many gamers are hanging out here today. Because here's, look, my advice on gamers, it's a blanket piece of advice for all gamers out there. And here's the thing about growing fast. Everyone wants to grow fast. Everyone wants viral videos. I get it. You want to be rewarded for the work that you're putting in. You want to be the next whatever. But you have to first learn how to optimize your channel. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to take advantage of fast growth. So if you had one video that just takes off and explodes, if your channel's not optimized, you're not going to see much from it overall channel-wide. So we'll see how many gamers we have in here first. Hey, what's going on? Dantana's in the house. How you doing, sir? Hope you're doing well, my man. Wanted Mobile Gaming, how you doing? So here's the thing about gaming. If you want to succeed on YouTube as a gamer, okay? Now, if you're doing gaming for fun, if you're just like, hey, I just want to play a game and have a good time, then ignore everything I'm going to say. But if you truly want to succeed at YouTube as a gamer, you want to make money, you want to grow your brand, you want to end up being like a gamer, like, hey, I'm one of those gaming channels. You need to do one of the following. You either need to be a great gamer. By that, I mean, you win. You dominate the game. You're entering competitions. You are beating people at the game, right? You need to be great. Or you need to be teaching people how to play the game or how to win against the game. Or you need to have some larger than life or some weird or unique personality that you bring to the game. I bring up Dr. Disrespect all the time. He's like a wrestler turned gamer in terms of his personality, completely over the top. Everything is just crazy over the top, but it worked. Right? So you're going to have to come up with something different, bring something new to the table. If all you're doing as a gamer is like, hey, watch me play, I got bad news for you. You're not going to make it. I'm just telling you right now, you're not going to make it if all you're doing is just like, hey, watch me play a game. You know why? Because everybody is saying, watch me play a game. There's no reason for somebody to watch you play a game over any of the other 10 million gamers out there unless you're bringing something to the table. It could be your skill, it could be your personality, it could be you're teaching them how to do stuff, right? You got to bring something to the table. But if you're just like, hey, watch me play a game, you're not going to make it. It's not going to happen. Cynic Plays, how you doing, man? I post 3 a week and go live every day. Is that good? That depends. How's your audience responding to that, right? If you upload 3 a week and you go live every day, it could be overkill. You might be causing viewer fatigue for your audience. So this is something you're going to have to test out. Uploading content to YouTube, going live on YouTube is a balancing act. Some people can do it every day. Some people do it once a week. It depends on your audience and how much they want to see you and how much they'll tolerate. So if people aren't responding positively, try something else. Also, if you're just getting started and you're just starting to build up that channel momentum, brute force uploading and brute force live streaming isn't necessarily the way to go with that, right? Like I would rather you have one really good video that brings in a lot of views versus, 3 or 4 or 5 videos that don't bring in any views. So think about that. There isn't a right or wrong answer here. It just comes down to what will your audience tolerate. If that's working for you, go for it, right? Full steam ahead. If you're finding that, the first video of the week does really well, then it just kind of teeters off from there. It might be too much for your audience, so back off a little bit. You're going to have to experiment and see where that's going to settle with them. You must bring balance to the forest. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let me see. Great tips here. Hey, Brandon, how you doing, man? Truth. Yeah, look, man, I get it. There's some people they want a game. You guys want to be professional gamers and make money on YouTube. I totally get it, and I would too if I was a gamer. But you're going to have to think outside the box on this one. You have to bring something unique, something new, or you just got to be really good at what you're doing. Otherwise, you're lost. You're lost in a sea of gamers. I want to see you succeed. That's why I'm telling you. This is the real talk right here. You got to bring something new to the table. Yard Sales and Dreams, thank you for the super chat. Which one are we going to play?
Super Chat.
Thank you so much, Yard Sales and Dreams. It's glad I caught this live tonight. I'm glad you caught the live tonight. Tommy and Tracy speak highly of you, of your advice and your channel. So glad to be here. I'm glad you can make it. So we don't have a date set just yet, but for those of you who are resellers, we're going to do a live stream over on Tommy's channel, on Tommy and Tracy's show, where we're going to be pulling up reseller channels. I'm going to be doing tips over there that are focused for resellers. So keep an eye over on Tommy's channel for that. I'm excited to do that. I'm really excited to do that. Daniel, he doesn't know who TNT is. Hold on, wait. What? Light Motion's in the house. How's it going? Yeah. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Lunar New Year from Korea. How's it going, Doug, man? I hope you're doing well over there. Hope things are getting back to normal in Korea. I don't know if they are, man. I need to catch up with you. Hope you're doing well, man. I missed a super chat from Doc. Okay, let me back up here. Doc, I apologize. Doc, I'm moving backwards here. Let me see what I missed. Give me a second. I'm moving backwards. Here, Doc. Here it is. Hold on. Here's for some tikka masala. That's what I'm talking about. Side note, what upcoming Star Wars project are you most excited about? Man, thank you so much. I'm going to play this one. Let's do this one.
Super Chat.
I love it. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc. What upcoming Star Wars project are you the most excited about? It's got to be the Book of Boba Fett. I can't wait for the Book of Boba Fett. I'm just fired up crazy waiting for the Book of Boba Fett. And I think I got all the super chats here. Let me back up. Bluegrass Picker.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Bluegrass Picker, welcome to the Nimminati. Thank you for becoming a channel member. When the channel stream is over, head over to my community feed. I'm going to put a post to our private Facebook group over there. So if you want to come over and ask questions over there, that's awesome. We do members live streams once or twice per month. And if you're a picker, I don't know if you're a banjo picker, what are you doing? Let me know what you're doing on your channel. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. Bluegrass Picker. And we have another channel member. Boy, you guys are just coming in.
Welcome to the Nimminati.
Asphalt Crazy 21, welcome to the Nimminati. Welcome to the channel memberships. Thank you so much. Same thing, when the stream is over, I'll post a link to our private Facebook group. Make sure you're part of that. If you're not part of the Facebook group, because I know some people are just very anti-Facebook, and myself, I generally don't go over there unless it's to engage in a couple of groups. But if you're not on part of Facebook, then keep an eye on the community feed, because that's where I announce things like, member live streams, members only, where I do channel reviews and that sort of thing. Tesla Picker, how you doing, man? I feel like it's the time, right? You guys need to start getting commissions. I'll have my people call your people. Oh, I love it. I love it. I got to get back to the questions here. These things are piling up. Video Tricks asks the next question. It says, I want to know how, I already answered that one. Honest Row asks the next question. Says, hey, D, I love you and your brother's content. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I recently started another niche on my channel. I wanted to know if doing 2 niches could hurt my channel or better it. It depends. It's also hard for me to get watch time and subs. I don't understand why. You see what you did there? You added 2 niches. All right, so we're going to go here. If you're making 2 different types of content on your channel and you're wondering why you're not getting watch time and subscribers, it's probably because you're doing 2 different sorts of things. Let's just say, I'm not going to show your screen here because I'm not actually pulling them up for channel reviews, but I'm just going to do a quick gander at your site here. So you have, I don't know, what is this? Some sort of wrestling? Oh, man, I'm not sure what you're doing here. Okay, so you've got a mix of content. You get a mix of content. So what's happening is if I come along and I find your video and it's about female wrestling, cool, man, I'm really into this wrestling stuff. I'm going to subscribe. And then you upload another video that's not about female wrestling. I'm going to go, whoa, I didn't sign up for that. And then the opposite happens as well. So you're uploading content, you're putting in the work, but I think your overall packaging, you need to add some clarity to that. And you need to just focus down, decide what it is you want to make content about on your channel and just focus on that thing and go all in on that thing, right? So you've got female wrestling, you've got things like how not to quit on YouTube, right? I think that's a huge division of your audience right there. You've got people who are interested in YouTube and you've got people who are interested in wrestling, 2 totally different things, breaking news on the Blaze. You've got a very confusing channel. So figure out what things you want to make content on the most and do those. If you want to have like a passion channel where you do all the other stuff, go, do that, create a second channel. But if you're like, hey, I want to grow this one particular channel, focus on something. Focus on something. Hey, we got a super chat here.
Super chat.
Trade MVRQ, thank you so much for super chats. Has been dipping my toes in your channel for quite a while. My channel does that. People like to dip their toes in my channel. And I believe I'm ready to start my own as a rapper to connect with an audience. Advice for vlogging. Yeah, all right, so here you go. Look at what you just said. I'm ready to start my own channel as a rapper. Any advice for vlogging? Do you want to be a vlogger or do you want to be a rapper? Right? If you want to be a vlogger, so vlogging's not really a niche. Vlogging is just a style of making content. So if you want to be a vlogger, I suggest go follow a channel called, his name is Cody Wanner, CODYWANNAR. God, I hope I spelled his last name right. Cody Wanner. He's probably the best vlogger out. I absolutely love the guy. He's got amazing energy. The thing about vlogging is you have to learn how to tell a story. You have to take them on some sort of adventure with you. You have to bring them into your life, bring them with you, and involve them with something that you're doing, right? If you're just like, hey, I'm going to pick my kids up from school, nobody cares. But if you learn how to tell a story, you learn how to hold their interest, you learn about taking people along in this journey, that changes things. Now, if you want to be a rapper, that's different than being a vlogger. So I would say choose one of the others. If you want to start your channel as a rapper, I think that's fantastic. And how you're going to get known as a rapper is, one, do collaborations with other rappers who already have channels, or bring those people onto your channel and use their name recognition, put them in the title, put their face on your thumbnail to try to tap into their community. So when people searching for them, like, oh, here's this other channel, they've done a collab with them, or maybe an interview with them or something like that. But man, if you're doing anything with music, you just put it out there. Be good. Focus on your thumbnails. Don't waste your time getting right into it. If somebody's expecting a rap song or any sort of a song whatsoever, when they hit play, give it to them, right? Be good. Be really good. But I would think twice about what you're doing between rapper and vlogger, because that doesn't necessarily work unless you're taking them along the journey of, I'm a rapper, I'm starting a YouTube channel, I'm trying to grow my presence on social media, the trials and tribulations of a rapper trying to get known on social media in 2021. Like that's a journey. You got to figure out a way to tell that story and take them on the journey. Hold on here. Best free video editing for computers, DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is the best for that. And there's a fantastic, hey, Tannis Lit back on my main channel. Jay, let me find his channel really quick. Hold on. His name is Jay Littman, and I'm going to drop a link to his channel. So I'm going to double check to make sure he hasn't stopped doing it. So all the videos on his channel is about DaVinci Resolve. Use that. It's free. Love Cody. Yeah, Cody's awesome, man. His energy is infectious. Pia, you're hurting, Pia. Hope you feel better. You fell on some black ice. Oh, no. Ribs hurt, legs scraped, bloody. Oh, Pia, I hate to see it. I would go to bed, but take my phone with me. Not too much type, though. Have a good night. I hope you feel better. Falling on the ice. Hey, Sammy, how you doing? I haven't fallen on the ice in a very, very long time. I try to avoid ice. All right, next question here. Where did we go? Did I answer that one? It's hard for me to get watch time. Oh yeah, the watch time, the different types of content, man. Focus on something. I think I already tackled that one. All right. Next question is from Taco Christ 71. I got 2 haters, but the haters is harassing me. I guess my mental health is strong. They just seem to hate my video. I'm using a voice changer. I don't know what they hate. Maybe they hate your voice changer. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're actually asking me here. And here's the thing, man. If you're on YouTube, doesn't matter what type of content you're making, you're eventually going to find trolls. You're going to find haters. It comes with the territory. Don't worry if people are giving you a thumbs down, right? It's still engagement, a thumbs up, a thumbs down. YouTube still sees that as engagement. If people are leaving negative comments, you can hide them from your channel, right? If you're on a phone or a desktop computer, you're gonna see 3 little dots over on the right of the comment. Tap on that or click on that, hide the user from the channel, and they're gonna disappear. They don't know they've been hidden. They're just gonna vanish, poof, into thin air. I might have a video on that, actually. I think I do. I think. What's Tommy say? Man, the second day sucks on. Oh yeah, it does. Hey Justin, how you doing, man? What do we got here?
Super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, hey D, so far I haven't gotten much more views. Some I listed or whatever, my other content, but I'm sure it will catch up eventually. Yeah, so you just unlisted a bunch of, or I think a couple of videos that were driving a lot of views to your channel. YouTube takes a while. You think about Dr. Sten Ekberg. Dr. Sten, he was getting the wrong audience for a very, very, very long time. And eventually YouTube said, oh, hey, okay, now we know who your audience is. And now I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of subscribers he has now, but YouTube can take a while. And here's the thing. It might not be, so you're experiencing a drop in views because you deleted a video off of your channel, you unlisted it, I believe, that's not relevant to your channel. And that was a smart move to do, long term, right? You gotta think long term with this. So now what you need to focus on videos that are, on your new videos. Like, okay, before you came in here, I think I was looking at your audience retention or my audience retention. I was talking about the importance of looking at that to see where people are leaving your video. Look at the graph. If people are leaving at the beginning, you're doing something wrong, right? I did something wrong. You can go back and watch the playback where I show 2 different videos and I show, it's not a huge difference, but I show a difference there. But if people are leaving your video at that beginning, look at the graph. You know what, let me pull this back up again because I know some people came in here late and I really want everybody in here because so many people are like, hey, I'm not getting the views that I want to get. How do I know if people like my videos, right? You can find this in YouTube Studio, or you could find this inside the YT Studio app. Let me go in here and find one of them. So I'm going to show you a crazy one here as an example. So let me share my screen here. So this one's a bit crazy, and I can explain why it's crazy. So this is a video where I talk about different apps, right? I get through this huge app list for YouTubers. And what people need to focus on is every time you see this graph go down, you need to figure out why they're going down. So this graph this drop at the very beginning. Now, you're going to have a drop to some degree. What you don't want a drop on here. A lot of people have this huge drop that comes out. You don't want that, but you're going to have a little bit of a drop. That's fine. And what happens when somebody hits play? Within the first few seconds, they're trying to make a decision if they like you or not. Or maybe your audio. Maybe they don't like your audio. Maybe they don't like how you communicate, right? So you're gonna have to go through, you're gonna have to watch this graph. You can play along with the video if you're doing this on a computer. You can hit play here, and then a little line is gonna come across and it's gonna show you, what's happening on your video and where they're leaving. But you have to pay attention to this. Now, anytime you see a drop, people are leaving, right? Anytime you see like a bump up, people could have either been fast forwarding or they could be rewinding, either or, to see that right, those rises right there, those bumps. And then on this particular video, because it's an app video, people are starting to leave as they find the apps that they want. So like, oh yeah, that's the app that I'm looking for. It's for video, it's for this. And they start to leave, they start to leave, they start to leave. And then by the time they get to the end, you see this really sharp drop right here. I'm not exactly sure what I did. I haven't looked at this in quite some time, so let's go through. So I'm talking about, okay, so right here. So at this point in the video where you see this large drop off, I gave them indicators that the video was ending. And people are like, all right, peace out, I'm out. I got your app list, I'm out of here, right? I should have just ended the video right there. If I would have ended the video right there, that would have probably bumped up my average view percentage a lot higher, which would have been a better signal to YouTube. So use this graph to figure out when people are leaving and figure out why they're leaving and fix that. So that's what I want everybody to focus on. Now, you also have to focus on getting people to click your thumbnails. So you've got the click-through rate for that. Focus on your click-through rate, focus on getting people to watch your videos more. So if you're finding that you're not growing, it's because one or both of those isn't working in your favor, and you have to figure out why. And by the way, this applies to 30-day reviews. This applies to everyone in here. It is really hard. It's difficult, but that's the thing. Like, I've been doing this for 2.5 years, going on 3 years now. And every YouTuber on the platform struggles with this. These are the metrics that you have to learn all about. You have to learn how to get better at these metrics if you want to succeed on YouTube, because these are the two main metrics that YouTube is looking at, right? They're looking at your click-through rate. They're looking at your average view duration to see how long people are watching your videos. And they're also looking at the average views per viewer to see how many videos people are actually watching when they're coming onto your channel. You've probably heard us say before things like, try to get people to watch a second video, right? So many people are, hey, I want people to leave a comment. I want people to give me a thumbs up. I want people to subscribe to the channel. Okay, at one time, that was the way to do it. And I've got tons of videos where I'm telling people to do the same thing. But if you truly want to grow faster, everybody's like, how can I grow faster? Get them to watch another piece of content. If you're asking somebody to do too much, hey, give this a thumbs up. Hey, give this a share. Hey, be sure to go down and leave a comment. And by the way, subscribe to the channel. You're giving them all these things to do, but the most important thing that you can get them to do now in 2021 isn't leaving a comment, isn't dropping a like, isn't necessarily even subscribing. The most important thing you can get them to do is watch another video, right? So make sure you have another video that's relevant to the one they just watched. Link to that video in your card, link to that video in your end screen. Use your pinned comment to link out to that video. In your description, link out to that video. Send all of these different links all to that one video, and then tell them to watch that other video. Like, that's so key. Like, if there's one piece of advice I could give you for 2021, get people to watch more of your videos. Forget subscribers, forget comments, forget likes, forget all of that stuff. Drive them into a second piece of content or even a third piece of content. You're going to get further on that than you are anything else, because YouTube's looking at that. I'm going to jump through the chat here for a little bit. Cliffhangers all the way. yeah, like that's a way to do it too. Hey, Jason, how you doing, man? Craigslist Hunter, how you doing, man? Says you need to hook him in the first 5 seconds. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this guy's killing it over there. You have to hook it. Man, as soon as somebody hits play, if you don't hook them immediately, you're going to start to see people leaving. But there could be some other things too, right? Like maybe your hook is strong, but your audio sucks. Maybe your hook is strong and your audio is okay, but maybe you're holding your phone or your camera and it's shaking all over the place and you're off-centered and it just doesn't feel right. So there are reasons why people could leave in those first few seconds, like Craigslist Hunter says. Like that's where people are making the decision on, do I want to watch this video or not, right? Almost everybody in here is going to see people leaving at the beginning of that graph. It's going to be some levels. Some people are going to hold them better than others. I bet if I looked at Craigslist Hunters, I bet his has a smaller drop at the beginning, and I bet he holds them really solid. It seems like a lot of the reseller channels that I've looked at, you guys all seem to have the same thing in common, to where it's like if you're dumpster diving or reselling or doing any of that stuff, you guys hold their attention really, really well. So I think that's something cool that you guys all do. But you got to hook them. You got to hook them at the beginning. So if you're seeing that huge drop at the beginning, that's on you, right? They're clicking and they're like, I'm not interested in this video for whatever reason. You got to figure out what that reason is, and you got to fix that. It's a tough world on YouTube. It is a tough world. Those YouTube streets are hard. Delivery. Yep. Temptation to take shortcuts never ends well. It does not. You got that right. Is there a way to manipulate YouTube analytics? No, here's the thing. You don't want to manipulate YouTube analytics. You want organic growth. You want people who are genuinely interested in watching your videos. You can't outsmart YouTube. You can't do it. Avoid the services who guarantee subscribers. Avoid the services who guarantee views. Don't use those services. Don't do sub for sub. Don't do any of that. YouTube sees that stuff. YouTube is smarter than all of us in here combined. It's an AI. We are competing against an AI. We're competing against machine learning at Google. You're not going to outsmart it. You might outsmart it temporarily, but they'll catch up to you. You can't outsmart it. It's not going to happen. Create with creation. Pick my question, D. That would have been a great place to ask your question. Please pick my question, D. That would have been the second best place to ask your question. I don't know what to tell you, man. Peeps just want to know what the final price is. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. Justin, this is really important. Peeps, okay, people, when they come to your video, they want to know what the final price is. Think about that for a second. Restructure your video. Maybe your videos need to be shorter, right? Maybe your videos need to be shorter. Maybe they're entirely way too long. Maybe you're just dragging it out. Maybe you need to come in with a stronger hook, let them know what it is, let them know you're going to know what here's the product, here's, I'm going to let you know what it costs, and I'm going to let you know if it's worth it. Maybe your videos should be half the time that they are now. You got to experiment, man. I know you've been doing this for a long time and you're still kind of getting the wheels rolling. You have to look at your data to figure out what it is, right? Go in there and play that video, watch that needle go and see where it goes up and see where it goes down. If they're just interested in the price, find out a way to get to the price quicker. Don't worry about making your videos longer. Make a video that you can get people to watch more of. That's a 1 minute video and you can get, an 80% view duration on that one. That's fine. Do 1 minute videos. If it's 2 minute videos, if it's 3 minute videos, whatever you got to do. If you got to shorten the video, make it shorter. The goal is get them to watch the video instead of clicking off because they're not interested. B-roll or stills, how many seconds is it going to mount? 4 seconds. Ooh, good question there. It depends. You'll find different people saying different things in terms of how long the B-roll should be. Make it as long as it has to be. I'm really big on the feel of things, right? Sometimes you need to hang a little bit longer on something while you're speaking. Sometimes you need to speed it up a little bit. You don't want it too fast where it's like, oh, what was that, right? Unless you're trying to get people to rewind something if it's something that was interesting. But you really have to feel it. And then go back and look at that graph again, right? Look at the graph. Okay, I showed this thing for 5 seconds or 4 seconds. What happened when I showed this thing? Did people keep watching? Did I lose people? Did people leave, right? That graph that I was just showing you is how you're going to find out the answer to everything. The answer to everything is in that graph. Romero, family, fun, challenge.
Super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat, super chat, super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Bluegrass Picker says, I love VLLO. Thanks. Cool, man. I got tutorials coming on that this year. I just do enough to get the point across, and that's it. Hey, Justin, take screenshots of your last 3 videos of the audience retention of your past 3 videos. Take a screenshot and email them to me. Email them to me, however you want to get them to me. I know we're connected on Instagram. However you want to do it. Screenshots of your audience retention, last 3 videos. Send them over. Hello from the Philippines. Hey, man, I haven't been to the Philippines in quite some time. It's been a while. I love the Philippines. Hey, Deo. D, if you collab with someone, is it okay to include their name in the tags? Yes, if you collab with someone, yes. Yard sales and dreams. I don't use TubeBuddy. How much will that impact my growth? Should a young channel pay for TubeBuddy? Okay, this is a great question. Here's the thing about TubeBuddy. Same thing applies for TubeBuddy, vidIQ, Morning Fame. It's all the same. These services help you find an opportunity. It's not guaranteed growth. It doesn't mean someone's going to click on your thumbnail. It doesn't mean someone's going to watch your video. They help you find opportunities to where you might be able to rank for a video. Now, even myself, I've had excellent, vidIQ, because I use all 3. vidIQ has given me, great score. Morning Fame, great video, make this video. TubeBuddy, 100%, make this video. But then I make the video and it doesn't do well. Why doesn't it do well? Because my thumbnail doesn't have a good click-through rate on it, or my hook wasn't strong enough. I blew it in the video. So they can find the opportunities. It's still up to us as creators to make good thumbnails and good videos. Should you pay for it on TubeBuddy? I don't know where you're at along your journey. I don't know how invested you are in learning about analytics. I would say you could try it, but you have to understand it finds opportunities. You still have to deliver on your end. So I would say if you looked at the graph that I just showed you and people, at least 50% of the people are completing your video and your click-through rate is decent, right? I would say at least 5 to 10% for a click-through rate. If you're falling in that category and you want to take it to the next level, then yeah, I think TubeBuddy can help you. If you're getting 5 views per video, no. If you're getting 100, 200, 500 plus, yeah, definitely. I think I missed a super chat. Carter P.
Super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Doc says I ask a question from the forum about YouTube analytics. If it's too detailed, man, when I get to it, I'll let you know. We can talk about it in Facebook. You can just copy paste it in Facebook if you want. If I can't get to it, all right. I'm not even going to get through all these questions tonight. It looks like. Let's see here. Ice Torn asks the next question. This is a message you will never see after this unless you replay the stream. Okay. All right, next question is from Fortune X Gamer, who says, can you recommend a good editor for mobile? I have multiple videos on my channel about video editors for Android and iPhone. Since you are using an Android, you can check out CapCut or VN or VLLO. Those are probably going to be good. Free getting started. If you want to level up from there, you can check out KineMaster, you can check out Power Director. If you want to get into motion graphics, you can check out a Light Motion. I don't know if they're still in the chat or not, but a Light Motion was in here before. They're fantastic for doing motion graphics. Next question, the Dabber Kid, who says, why won't my subs come back to my videos? Okay, here's the question. Why won't my subscribers return to watch my videos? This is not the answer anyone wants to hear, but they're not coming back because they don't like the content that you're giving them. You're promising them something with the topic and you're promising them something with the thumbnail. They're watching your video and you're not delivering on that promise. Or if you are delivering on that promise, you're not delivering it in a way, you're not delivering that in a way that they're responding to, right? Maybe it takes too long to get into the thing, whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe they don't like your audio. Maybe they don't like your microphone. Maybe they don't like, look, people are finicky. Sometimes people, hey, I don't like that person's voice. I don't like how they communicate. I don't like because they have too many ums and ahs and awkward pauses. People come up with their own ideas why they don't like you, and we all go through that. So they're not coming back because they're not digging what you're making. You got to look at the graph that I was just showing you. You got to figure out where they're leaving. Then you got to figure out why they're leaving. You know, if you guys take away one thing from the stream tonight, it's look at your audience retention report. Look at that graph. Figure out where they're leaving and figure out why they're leaving, and then focus everything on how to fix that video by video. It's not easy, right? It's hard to do. Even if you're experienced, that can be hard to do. The Raider Gamer asking a question. Hey D, I changed my cover photo and I'm thinking of my audience, but it only bumped me up to 1 subscriber. How do I okay, so your channel art's not going to bring in subscribers. Your channel art, it helps with overall channel clarity. It's not like, oh, I changed my channel art, sit back, you know, here come the subscribers. It doesn't work that way. People subscribe because they like the videos that you're making. Your channel art, your channel name, your profile picture, that's all part of the packaging, the thumbnails. It's all part of the overall packaging where people do land on your channel like, okay, I like the videos. It looks like the whole channel is about this sort of thing. Maybe I'll subscribe. So the problem isn't your channel art. The problem is your videos. Just looking here, it's your thumbnails. You need work with your thumbnails, and your titles are not titles that are going to be any interest of anyone. So spend some time on YouTube, like how to write titles for YouTube. Search that in YouTube. How to make thumbnails for YouTube. Search that on YouTube, and focus everything on how to write titles and how to make thumbnails, and then move forward from there. Because what you're making right now, it's impossible for people to find you. You're not making videos where people can easily find you. Let me go into your one thing here. You're not even putting descriptions in your, you're not doing anything. You're literally just uploading a video and like hoping something, so you don't have descriptions, your titles aren't, here's what I want you to do. Go to Google, type in YouTube Creator Academy. YouTube Creator Academy. This is a free series of courses created by YouTube that teach you how YouTube works and how to do things. So you have a lot of homework to do. You're not growing because you're not doing the things that you need to do. People don't understand YouTube doesn't stop people from watching. It's just the opposite. Content stops people from watching, 100%. If you have bad views, retention, etc., it has zero to do with anything but content. 100%. YouTube does not hold down small creators. YouTube does not hold down new creators. YouTube doesn't do anything other than try to get viewers to your videos. All YouTube wants is to get people to watch your videos. That's it. But if you don't have a thumbnail they want to click on, if you don't have a topic they're interested in, if you can't hold their attention, then they're not going to watch. They're not going to become part of your channel. It always falls back to the actual creator. All right, let's see. Next question here. Next question from Dennis Ball Snow. Yep, Dennis Ball Show. Sorry. I do dad joke game show with artists and bands, and there's also an interview portion. Should I split this into 2 8-minute videos, 1 joke and 1 interview, or is it better to have 1 longer video? So yeah, this misconception that people need longer videos to succeed on YouTube is just totally not true. Make the videos as long as they need to be and focus them on something. So if you're doing dad jokes, like I have no interest whatsoever in a dad joke. If you're doing if I'm interested in the artist or the band that you're interviewing and you're giving me 8 minutes of dad jokes, I'm out. I'm not hanging around. So yes, you've got interviews. That's one thing. That's one way of making content. You got dad jokes. That's like 2 different channels. You've got 2 different channels you're trying to force into one. So I would rethink what you're doing, because if people are interested in your interview with an artist, do the interview with the artist. Right? If you don't have a channel about dad jokes, do that. But like, you know, if you're interviewing a band and you're just giving me minutes full of dad jokes, man, I'm out. I'm not hanging out. So yeah, yes, split that apart, but I would even think about splitting that into two types of channels. Again, go back and look at the graph that I just showed you. That graph tells you everything you need to know. Look where people are at on that graph when you're telling your dad jokes. Look where people are at about the interview. Let that data give you the right information so you can make a data-driven decision to decide what's more important on your channel. Next question is Paulo Goncalves Brawl Stars. How do I get my short viewers to watch normal content? Oh, your YouTube shorts. Okay. How do you get people watching your YouTube shorts to watch your normal videos? Both shorts and videos are on the same niche. Also, I want to gain subscribers and views as well as build community. Yeah, a lot of people are having problems with that. So shorts is a great way to get people to view, to get views. A lot of people are having explosive growth of YouTube shorts, but people are just not necessarily always going over and subscribing to the channels, right? So there's something you're gonna have to experiment with. They might not like your short. You might be getting views on your shorts, but they might not like your content enough to go invest and subscribe to the rest of your content. Or maybe you should just remind them at the end. Hey, if you want to see more of this type of content, go over my, hit the red subscribe button on the channel. Keep it fast, keep it snappy. Just remind them to subscribe. See if that helps. But you're not alone here. A lot of people are seeing this thing where they're getting a lot of views on shorts, but they're not always turning into actual subscribers and active community members. A lot of people are having this issue. It's not just you. Next question. Doc Williams, this is probably the question, Doc. Hey, quick question regarding YouTube analytics. I'm struggling to find the exact steps to run reports to review my videos. For example, how I can start looking at my YouTube analytic traffic sources from each video. Yeah, so that's something that we can check out during the during the Facebook group, or we can do that during a members live stream. Yeah, because that's a thing. We can talk about this more in the Facebook group. Whatever Nimmin dad jokes are freaking gold. Here's the thing. Dad jokes are gold if you do them well, but are dad jokes good to put with band interviews and artist interviews? Right? You never know. All right, let's see. Next question. Tall Man RV Reviews asks the next question. 25 days into my channel. I have 76 subscribers and over 10,000 views. Way to go, man. Do you feel this is on the right track? Absolutely. 10,000 views, 25 days? Absolutely. If you got those organically, if you didn't pay for those, if you didn't do sub for sub or any of that stuff, absolutely. A lot of the views are from shorts. Okay, there you go. I should have kept reading. I have a lot more full-length videos than shorts. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're getting views from shorts, if you're getting some subscribers from shorts, keep making your shorts. Like I just mentioned, some channels are having some success with turning shorts viewers into subscribers. A lot of channels are not. So it's just keep making your shorts if you're having success there. What YouTube has really done, YouTube has given creators as many opportunities as possible for us to succeed on the platform, right? So they've given us normal videos, they've given us shorts, they've given us stories, they've given us community feed, they've given us channel memberships, they're giving us all these different tools, and there isn't one right or wrong way to do it. So if you're having success in one area but not on another, that's fine. Focus on the area that you are having success on. And if they're not following over and they're not subscribing, keep tweaking that. Keep trying to find different ways to try to get them to come over. You know, making content on YouTube, you're in a constant state of testing things. And what worked 6 months ago doesn't necessarily work today. And what works today won't necessarily work 6 months down the road or a year down the road, right? You have to be in a constant state of testing new things and trying to figure out what's going to work with the particular audience that you have. As your channel grows, new people come in, you find a new audience, new people find you, and they want different things than the last group of people who found you. So keep testing things. I think you're definitely on the right track. And by the way, if anybody, I see some people asking questions about YouTube Shorts. I have 2 videos on my channel here on the videos tab about YouTube Shorts. One where I explain YouTube Shorts, where I answer your questions about YouTube Shorts. The second is I'm explaining why your shorts are not getting views. I Play Games Dude asks the next question. It says, how do I find underrated games to play? Just find games that you like to play. You're a gamer. I'm not a gamer. I can't tell you games to play. If you're a gamer and you don't know what games to play, I got bad news for you, right? Find games that you actually enjoy playing. Don't think about underrated. Just think about what are the games I like to play? Am I good at this game? What can I add to this game that other people are not adding? How can I bring something new to the table? Focus on that. Don't just focus on underrated games because there's still millions of people playing those games. Dev Pedersen asks the next question, says, I recently uploaded a video of me shooting basket in a basketball, and it's gotten 2,471 views, and it's one of the most popular videos. What did I do to get so many views? None of my other videos have gotten views. What do I do? Okay, so you made a video. I'm just going to look at your channel really quick. You made a video. Let me try to find... Let me sort your most popular. Okay, so I don't see any videos on the... So you linked the channel out. You linked the channel, and I just sorted your videos by most popular, and I don't see that video where you've got 2,000 views. I don't see that. If I sort these, it says your top video is 181 views. So what this really means is you made one video that connected with an audience for some reason. You're making other videos that don't connect with an audience. You have a huge mix of content on your channel. So I would say for you, I would try to focus on a particular type of content because your stuff is all over the place. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's gonna be really hard for you to grow with the content strategy that you're making. So all that really happened is you connected with an audience on one video. That's what they're interested in. Do more of that. Maybe, if you're into trick shots, make more videos about trick shots because that's what they responded to. Focus on what works. Stop focusing on stuff that doesn't work. NL Nation asks the next question. What app can I stream on? Okay, you've got an iPhone. So as an iPhone, you get a couple of options. The first option is how I'm live streaming right now. It is a browser-based system. So you can open up Safari, go to StreamYard.com. I've got links to it down in the description. It's browser-based. You can go live. You can make a live stream like this. You can put comments up on the screen, just like that. You can do all those things. This is called StreamYard. You can use other apps like Prism Live Studio. I've got videos on that on my channel as well. So head over to my channel. I got videos on different ways that you can live stream. Head over to my channel. You're on my channel. Head over to my video tab. Next question comes from I haven't decided yet for a channel name, so you must be new to YouTube. So I'm looking to start a video podcast about making money online. Fantastic. Shall I just post clips or full episodes, both on the same channel? Please advise. Great question. I would do both. Here's what I would do. So if you're going to do a video podcast about making money, I would have a full episode channel for people who are interested in long form content. And then I would take the absolute best parts of those conversations and turn those into clips. Now, when you're turning that into a clip, put that clip on your clips channel. Doesn't matter how long it is. It can be 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, however long the clip is. And I would take that the best part of that, and I would re-edit that and re-render it out in vertical format. I would make a YouTube short out of it. I would make it a piece of TikTok content. I would put it on Instagram Reels, right? So do your long form content, cherry pick the best, turn it into a clip, take the absolute best of that clip, turn it into short form content, and put it all over the place for short form content platforms. That's your strategy. A lot of work, but if you want to grow, that's going to be the way to do it. Next question comes from Technical Lotpot. He says, my views are going down. Please tell me what is the right time to upload my video. Your views are going down because you're not connecting to your audience the way you used to connect to your audience. And you're only, I don't mean offense when you say this, but you're barely breaking 100 views when you're uploading a video, and you've only got like 10 videos. So just keep making content. You are way too early in the game to be concerned about views going up or down. Right? What happens is sometimes we make videos and they connect. Sometimes we make videos and they don't connect. You can look at my channel. I've got videos with 1.7 million views. I got videos with hundreds of thousands of views. I got videos with 10,000 views. I got videos with 1,000 views. Sometimes we knock it out of the park. Sometimes we miss. That's just the way it is. The goal is to try not to miss more. But yeah, 10 videos, man. Make 100 videos, make 150 videos, and then let's come back and have this conversation. Next question, man, you got to change your name, brother. Mr. JF4S7. I use a new phone to record videos for the better camera quality, but the audio is worse. Do you know any good cheap mics for outdoor use? I have a headphone jack, if that means anything. Yeah, man, I have videos on my channel about that. And you didn't tell me, okay, you just said you got a new phone. You didn't tell me what phone it is. You can get a lavalier microphone. Those are going to be the budget option. Rode has some great options that plug in for both iPhone and Android devices. I got videos on my channel for different budget microphones. Benjamin Faust asks the next question. I've been told to use a funny thing here, I'm talking about mics. I've been told to use a lav mic to improve my sound, but I tried it once and it was blowing the sound out. Is there a particular brand I should try? I need plug and play, and I use the iPhone 260. Okay, so here's the problem. Some lavalier microphones are just too hot, right? The gain is too hot. They cause distortion. You need an app that gives you manual audio controls. I'm going to type an app name. So there's an app called Filmic Pro. It's not free. Be warned, it's not free, but it is a one-time fee, and it gives you complete control over your phone and your audio controls. So if it's too hot, you can actually bring the audio down on that one so it doesn't peak out. It's going to be the best investment you're going to make. Now, here's the thing. It's not super user-friendly out of the gate, so go to YouTube, type in how to use Filmic Pro, and go watch tutorials on how to use it so you understand how it works. Then you're going to be able to control your audio. Everything's going to work that way. Next question. Techno Nikhil says, hey, D, I recently uploaded my first video to my channel. Congratulations. Welcome to YouTube. I'm just a beginner, and I want to ask for some advice that you would like to give as an experienced YouTuber. Also, what should I do to spam comments? Oh, yeah, just anytime you find somebody who's dropping spam comments, just hit those three little buttons on the right and say hide from channel. Hide them from your channel. You can also report them to YouTube. If enough people report them, YouTube will delete their account. So my advice to you is you have to understand that YouTube is not a short, it's not something we can do quickly. And I mean, some people can. Some people come in and make a couple of videos and boom, they're off and running. Here's hundreds of thousands of views. Some people connect really quick. The rest of us, mere mortals, it takes a while. So you have to understand that YouTube takes a while. It might take you years. It might take years to get to where you want to go on YouTube. It could take a month, but it could also take years. So don't get discouraged if you're not getting the views. Don't get discouraged if you're not getting subscribers. What I want you to focus on getting people to watch your videos longer, right? You're doing tutorial videos. Now, heads up, as a tutorial maker myself, it's hard to get people to complete a video when you're making tutorials, because the second people get that last piece of information on a video, like, oh, I understand how to do this now, they leave. So don't drag your videos out. I made this mistake in my past. So when somebody hits play for a tutorial video, they hit play, give them the hook, let them know what they clicked on, and then get right into it. And then end that video as quickly as you can the moment that last piece of evidence. The last piece of evidence, what? Evidence, what am I talking about? After the last step has been presented. Right, so you got 5 steps on how to do this. As soon as you tell them that last piece, people are going to start to leave. So end your video as quickly as possible when you do that. So focus on getting people to watch your videos longer. That's what you focus on. Don't worry about subscribers. All the rest will come in. If you can get people to watch your videos longer and they like what you're making, they're going to subscribe. I missed a super chat. D. Nimmin super chat, the bearded IT. Okay, hold on. Back it up. My apologies. How did I miss that one? Let's see. Scrolling through the chat backwards. There it is. Sorry about that, my man. Here we go.
Super chat.
The bearded IT dad, thank you so much for the super chat. I left YouTube for a year to do life. I appreciate that. Now I'm back and I'm struggling to grow. Any advice on how to start things back up and get more watch time? Let me pull up your channel quick. The Bearded IT Dad. Let me see. The Bearded IT Dad. Let's see if I can find you. Oh, there you are. So you took a year off, and that can be a long time. So here's what you need to do. Let's see what you're doing here. Life is an IT support. So you are getting views. So you know how to connect to an audience. You're getting views. You're getting people to come in. So that's good. Here's what I recommend you do. You took some time off, and now you're getting back into it. And the last stream that you did was 3 weeks ago. If you want to get that ball rolling again, you need to get up here and start uploading or streaming consistently. If it's once a week, that's cool. Right? Say, okay, you know what? I'm going to do a stream once a week on this day. Maybe it's Saturday, maybe it's Sunday, whatever day you can, but pick a day that you can consistently stream every week and just start doing that. Over time, you're going to start to get the ball's going to start rolling again, right? But right now, it's like you took the year off, then you streamed twice 3 weeks ago, and then nothing since then. You don't have any consistency. So if you want to get the ball rolling, you need to be consistent, either with uploads or with live streaming. Once a week is fine. If that's all you can do. If you can do twice a week, that's cool too. But start it and stick with it. That's key. Study account. Please reply D. That would have been a great place to ask your question. Study account. Read my question. It's just above. That would have been the second best place to ask your question. Man, you guys are killing me with this stuff. Third, here's the question. That would have been the third best place. Study account. What do you mean? That would have, man, you guys, you're killing me here. So just ask your question. Like, hey, if you're saying things like, hey, answer my question, like you're making it to where I can't find, like, I'm not going to go search for your question. Just ask your question. If I see it, I see it. I had the form was open. I had a pinned comment before. I had a link down below. I've now closed it. That's where you should have asked your question. But if you're like, hey, look, man, I want to answer your question, but like, just ask your question. Don't just keep saying, answer my question, because I don't know where it's at. I'm not going to look for it. I mean, I love you, but come on, you got to, there's a certain way to do things here. All right. What's up, Justin?
Super chat.
I don't have the money, but here's 2 for the grape nuts. That's what I'm talking about. I got to drop some music for that one. Some grape nut music.
Super chat.
Thanks, Justin. Thank you. That's my goal. What's better, live streams or uploads? That's $1 million question. Here's the thing about that. Live streams are great for interaction and that sort of thing. But getting people to come back on a live stream for the replay, that can be tough. So if you're only doing live streams, then you need to target your live streams in a way to when they're over, people can find them. So maybe you need to change the title. So if you're doing IT, let's say you had some success on is a Cisco CCN still a good cert in 2019? That's the title of a video. people might be looking for that. Some people might be going to YouTube and like typing in like Cisco CCNA, right? They might be searching for that sort of thing. So if you're going to go live, title your live streams in a way that people can actually find them. I prefer videos in terms of discoverability on YouTube. I think videos are where it's at. But if you don't have the time and you just want to go live, just treat your live like you would a video. Just as soon as the live stream starts, come in, let people know what's going to happen and get right into it and treat it just like a video. Present the information to them, and when it's over, maybe you want to ask some questions or answer questions and then end it. But if you can't make a video, make a video. Just think in terms of, because you're doing like, IT type stuff, you're answering questions. Think about this. Think about how would somebody find my content, right? You're an IT guy. If you wanted to learn about IT stuff, specific things, how would you search for that on Google? How would you search for that on YouTube? And then use those sorts of phrases to help you come up with titles for both your videos and your live streams. Lizzie's new here. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you're doing well. Hi, host. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, viewer. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. D. Nimmin, why won't you read my mind, damn it? I'm working on it, man. I'm working on it. It's a troll comment. Yeah, they got me. They got me. Just mods, you can just wipe that person from the channel if they're trolling. If they're truly trolling, just hide them from the channel. All right, next question here is from, and I apologize if I get your name incorrect. This is a mouthful. Ganesh Pura, Garlish, Nevada. I hope I got that right. Let me know if I did. The question is how to grow my channel. Okay, so my advice to you, go to Google, type in YouTube Creator Academy. YouTube Creator Academy. This is a series of mini courses created by YouTube that teaches you how to YouTube. Because if you're asking how to grow, it means you have no idea what's going on yet. So start with the YouTube Creator Academy. They're going to walk you through and teach you everything you need to know. Next question from Plow13. Is it possible to have video from GoPro and camera phone be broadcast at the same time while I'm at the same time? No. Technically, there might be a way to do it. So you have a GoPro and you have a camera. Could you broadcast it at the same time while on your phone? So the camera phone is one. And there might be a rope-a-dope way around that, but I'm going to lean towards no. If there is a way, it's probably tricky to get both of them to work at the same time. It probably involves jailbreaking your phone for both of those to work at the same time. Now, one thing you could do if you, you're an Android, never mind. I'm not even going to say it. Super Tasty Bites asks the next question. Hey, D, I want to know how long a new viewer has to watch your video before subscribing. I think there isn't a time limit. Sometimes people subscribe right away because they liked your video. Sometimes somebody needs to watch your content a handful of times before they subscribe. There's no formula on that one. I think I'm losing a lot of new subscribers because it seems they only watch a minute or less of my video than subscribe. See, YouTube doesn't give us a metric that tells us how long they watch before they subscribe. We don't have that data. Then YouTube sends a subscription to spam. Yeah, you're overthinking this. Also, if someone new subscribes to a very short video in under 1 minute, will that subscription also not count? Yeah, so any subscribers you get through YouTube Shorts, that subscriber counts. That's a subscriber. Will they watch your other content? It depends on your other content. Some people have success with this. Some people don't have success in this. What I want you to do, instead of thinking about I'm losing subscribers and how long do they watch the video before they subscribe, I want you to stop thinking about subscribers. You're focusing on the wrong thing. Instead, focus on the viewers that you do have, getting them to watch your video longer. If you want to grow your channel, you have to get them to watch your video longer. You need to get them to click on your thumbnail more. Focus on getting people to click your thumbnail. Focus on getting people to watch your videos longer, 50%, 60%, 70%. And if you can do that consistently with topics that people are interested in, you're going to grow your channel. Subscribers are going to come. But if you're focusing everything on subscribers, you're missing out on the most important metrics, and that's your click-through rate and your average view duration. YouTube does not use subscribers as a metric to promote your channel. They don't do it. All subscribers do, all the subscriber number does is it unlocks certain features, right? At 100 subscribers, you can get a custom URL. At 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can join the partner, you can apply to join the partner program, right? And you can get community feed, you can get all these certain things, and of course you can get a play button at a certain level. But those aren't metrics that YouTube uses to promote any of your videos or give you more attention. It doesn't work that way. Focus on getting people to click. You can see that with your click-through rate. Focus on your average view duration, getting people to watch your videos longer. I promise you, you focus on those, get a lot of people clicking, get people watching 50, 60, 70, 80% of your video, you'll never have to worry about subscribers. They're going to come in. You're confused because you're overthinking it and you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on something that doesn't even matter. Next question, create with Cretin. D, my shorts started getting views for just a day and then the views stopped coming. Okay, I have a video on this. I explain why this happens. I've done everything I'm told in your shorts video. Okay, so I've got 2 videos about YouTube Shorts. Perhaps you missed one because I talk about why your shorts get views and then why they stop getting views. I explained that in one of the videos. My average view duration is 100%. Right on, I love to see that. And my short is under 15 seconds. What should I do? Be patient. There's a good chance. So if your average view duration is 100% and they're finishing your short and it's 15 seconds, you're doing all of the right things. A couple things can be happening. One, YouTube is just going to be, they're going to rotate your shorts. So your short might go back into the short shelf at a later time, and then it might come out, and then it might come back in. Or 2, there just might not be interest in the topics that you're making on your shorts, right? Just because you have 100% average view duration, I mean, that's great if a lot of people are interested in the topic. But let's just say I have a really bizarre video where it's like, hey, 100% of the people, of the people who watched it, they watched 100% of it. That's cool. But in the grand the grand scheme of YouTube, there's just not a lot of people interested in that topic. So not a lot of people are watching it. So that could be it. So either you need to be patient and see if it comes back. At 100%, if people are interested in the topic, it should continue to return, right? They rotate those videos in and out of the short shelf. But if it doesn't come back, it could just be that it's just people aren't that interested in what you're making, right? The people who did watch it, they loved it. But there's just not a lot of interest in it. So it's one of those 2 things. But congratulations on getting people to watch 100% at 15 seconds. You're doing exactly what YouTube wants you to do, right? So you're doing that. Now it just comes down to, is there enough people interested in the topic? Super chat.
Super chat.
Woos. Tom Cruise. Thanks for the super chat. Do you appreciate the awesome content and super useful channel growth tips? Thank you, man. I'm glad you're finding value in this. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Little Crafty Nook, how you doing? Nice to see you in here. Let's see what else I missed in the chat here. The goal of creating content is not to get subscribers. It should never be your purpose or the goal. Yeah, so, man, I'm so glad you said that. YouTube does a terrible job of letting people know the things that we need to focus on. Ideally, we wouldn't even have subscriber counts. I think we should celebrate our wins. Don't get me wrong. When you hit a milestone, celebrate the win because we do get our subscriber numbers, and it's great to celebrate the win. But I think YouTube does a really bad job. Like, they give us a subscriber number and they reward us for hitting certain, milestones along the way, but they don't put any weight on that subscriber number at all. That's not a metric they use to do anything with our channel other than unlock features. They should tell us out of the gate, focus on views. Focus on views, focus on building a community, focus on getting people to watch your videos longer, focus on your click-through rate, right? Like, they should reward you for getting a really high click-through rate. I mean, they do by giving you more views, but right, instead of like a subscriber milestone, like, hey, you got more subscribers this month, congratulations. Tell us, like, wow, man, your click-through rate is just off the chart, or your click-through rate is really low. Focus on your click-through rate. Your click-through rate's too low. Focus on that. You need to raise your click-through rate. Those are the metrics they need to be telling people about, and they just don't do it, and it drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely crazy. Yeah, it's nice, but it doesn't help you grow. Yeah, so it was interesting. My first time going to Vid Summit, that was a real eye-opener for me. So I went to Vid Summit, and the very first time, and I met a guy. It wasn't self-publishing with Dale, but I met him through self-publishing with Dale. He does something in the self-publishing niche. He had 2,000 subscribers, but he built a business around those 2,000 subscribers. He had things to sell. He was making $20,000 US dollars per month, $20,000 US dollars per month based on 2,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. That subscriber count meant nothing. It's what he did with the people who viewed his videos that mattered. He built a thriving business around the views that he did get. Sweeney Dunstan, my man, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, Vid Summit's legit. Yeah, it is. They only tell me that I made more money this month versus previously. The only thing they ever tell me. Yeah, I mean, that's a cool thing that, people want to make money, but if they really want to help people. So here's the problem. And this happens with app developers. It happens with like website developers. It happens with YouTube. It happens with all these platforms. We have all these engineers, all these developers. They're great at designing this stuff, but they're terrible. They're usually terrible at focusing people on the things that matter. Because they'll tell me, like YouTube will tell me. Let me look at this. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Let me open up the YT because my subscribers have been down too, and I don't even care. Yeah, I don't have any messages on here right now, but let me see if I do have. What do I have? So sometimes they'll send me messages say, "Oh, your subscribers are lower than last month." It's like I don't care about that. They should be telling people, "Hey, your click-through rate isn't that good right now. Focus on making your thumbnails better," or "Hey, focus on getting people to watch your videos longer." Those are the things they need to tell people. Question, was subs not really super important? Should we just not worry about empty subscribers? Yeah, there's nothing you can do about them. Because YouTube stops pushing vids to them after X amount of vids, so overall it shouldn't hurt the channel. No, I mean, empty subscribers are part of the thing. YouTube is smart. YouTube knows that people are not watching your content. And if they're not watching your content, they're not going to be showing your content from YouTube, right? Every now and then YouTube might say, hey, I wonder if they're still interested or not, and they might show them a video, and if they don't click, they're going to dial that back anymore. So don't worry about anything. If you've got empty subs, don't worry about it. Focus on the videos. Focus on improving the click-through rate. Focus on getting people to watch longer. Those are the things to focus on. And of course, focus on getting them to watch another video. Those are the 3 things I tell everybody to focus on. Click-through rate. Get them to watch longer. Get them to watch another piece of content that you have. Focus on those. Forget subscribers. I know it doesn't make sense because they give us that subscriber count and we get caught up in that, but like that's just the wrong thing to focus on. Next question here. Next question is the bearded IT dad. Okay, I answered that one already. Started YouTube, what should you do? Yep, I got that one. Next question is create with Cretan. D, my shorts started getting me. You doubled that one up. Next question is from Thrift Beast CQ. Just wondering, for somebody who took a break for 3 or 4 months for personal reasons, and I've been trying to upload more frequently now, 1 to 2 vids a week, is there anything I need to do differently? Or would you recommend that since I noticed my views have declined significantly compared to those views that are being, yeah, okay. I did the same thing. I took a break, right? I've been stuck in Mexico. I went through a period of time where I didn't have internet. I was struggling to upload. I did the same thing, and overall, my channel has dropped because of it. The best thing you can do is just start uploading content again, right? Start doing the things that you used to do that worked. You might find that within that 3 to 4 month period, you now have a different audience. A weird thing has happened on my channel. Let me show this. Let me see if I can show this to you guys. This is a really interesting development that happened on my channel, and it's part of the reason why my last few mobile-specific videos are not doing well. But let me see if I can find this here. Where's my audience tab? Yeah, I want you to see, this is really interesting. So this recently happened to my channel, Thrift Beast. So usually, before I took a break, at least 50% of my viewers were watching channels that targeted mobile-specific stuff, right? So this is what I'm looking at right now. And this is an important thing, and YouTube is giving us this data right now. These are channels that your audience watches. And this is important because if you want to figure out what type of videos to make next, go look at these channels and see what they're making and see what's succeeding. So here's Nick, Think Media, vidIQ, Roberto Blake, Annie Dubé, Channel Makers, Brian G. Johnson, Catherine Manning, Video Influencers, TubeBuddy, Creator Insider, StreamYard, Justin Brown, Mr. 18YT, YouTube creators. There's no channels in there that are 100% mobile. Now, Justin Brown does make some mobile videos. Think Media does make some mobile videos, but all the others have shifted. Now it's all YouTube growth, right? So let me scroll down here. So now if I scroll down, and this is a new thing for my channel that's just happened, and I think it's why my recent videos didn't connect. So here's videos your audience watched. Look at the titles. My advice for starting a YouTube channel. How many subscribers you need to lock, right? How to get your first 1,000 subscribers. How to get tons of views on YouTube. Learn how to get views on YouTube. This is what my audience is now watching. Everything YouTubers are doing wrong. Get a real job, my response. That's Roberta Blake. How to make a YouTube intro on your phone. So that's a good one. So that one is targeted. Easy way to grow a YouTube channel. 5 reasons you look bad on video, right? Except for this one video. How to make money with YouTube Shorts. Mr. Beast explains YouTube algorithm. How to get 400 subscribers on YouTube. Put these videos in your grow to YouTube, whatever, how much YouTube paid me, right? You see what's happened? At least 50% of those for channels and videos watched used to be mobile stuff. How to edit on your phone, how to live stream with your phone, mobile apps for this, channels for that. And then this shift happened. And it's all people now just looking for YouTube stuff. There's nothing, that one video, people are interested in mobile. All the rest is just people interested in YouTube stuff. So I'm sitting here scratching my head thinking about, okay, hey, Pete Johns, how you doing? So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, this is what my audience is into now. I'm going to have to change how I'm doing my videos because the last videos that I did completely tanked, and historically, those should have done really well, but my audience has shifted. So now I'm going to have to, so moving forward, I'm going to have to make, I'm going to make some videos on how to optimize your YouTube channel with your phone, how to grow YouTube with your phone. Or I'm going to have to do YouTube growth stuff, YouTube optimization stuff, how to grow on YouTube. I'm going to have to try to wrap that around my phone a little bit to try to pull some of those people back in. But just weird things happen like that. I don't even know what led that question. Oh yeah, so you took a break. So that's what happened during my break, and it changed everything. So go in and look at the videos and the channels your current audience is watching now. See what's succeeding on those channels and make videos like that and just try to be consistent. So that's what you do moving forward, Thrift Beast. You're going to have to pick up and figure out what's happening on your channel right now, because what's happening now might be totally different than what was happening before you took a break. It's weird like that. The audience shift makes sense since your lives and we're about growth and optimization in it. Yeah, but you know what? I've been doing lives like this on my channel for almost 3 years, 2.5 years since I started this channel. I made the shorts videos. Those connected because they were YouTube growth, right? So, yeah, I've done streams on the TubeBuddy channel. I've done streams on StreamYard channels. I can see those people coming in, but there's no mobile stuff left. None. It's really weird. Really weird. Thrift Beach is in Mexico North. Oh, right on. That would have been a good place to ask your question. That would have been a good place to ask your question. That would have been a good place to ask your question. That would have been a good place to ask your question. You ask here. Yep, you blew it. And last, that would have been a good place. Man, killing me. Hey, Neil, how you doing, man? Nice to see you in here. Question, what sort of tags we should be using, and are they still relevant? Yeah, I think you should use tags, but they're the least important thing. If you're going to use a tag, think about tags as more of just for clarification, right? Put your title as a tag, right? So if I've got a video, best editing apps for iPhone, that's my title of my video, that's also my first tag. And then I might have other variations of that. iPhone editing apps, best editing apps for iPhone, how to edit on your phone. iPhone apps for editing. I'm gonna have different variations of that. So use tags for clarification, use it for misspellings, put your channel name in there. But tags aren't gonna be something that's really gonna move you're not gonna put the right tags in there and all of a sudden it's like, wow, my video went viral. It's not gonna move the needle like that, but use them for clarification, but understand that of the things that are important, it's the least important thing that you have. And while YouTube does still give us that, use them. Right. But of course, you're going to see videos that don't use them at all, and they're doing really well. So that just goes to show you don't absolutely need them, but I think it does help for clarifications. How do you do misspellings? So there's a different way to spell things. So if let's just use the word Mississippi, right? I'm sure there's a correct way to spell Mississippi, and there's probably 5 different ways that people spell Mississippi incorrectly. Put those misspellings in there. And of course, you want something that's relevant to your video. You don't want to put Mississippi in there. Question, what's a good place to ask a question? Pia, I will hunt you down. I will find you, Pia. There you go. M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. That's how I learned how to spell Mississippi. Do you think geography affects YouTube growth? No, it doesn't. In terms of YouTube growth, and that's a great question, by the way, where you're at in the world doesn't matter as long as you're connecting with the right audience. So I'm going to use India for an example because I see a lot of creators in India doing this, and I think it hurts them. So a lot of creators in India, and by the way, India is just the market is the YouTube market is exploding in India. I think they're like the fastest growing country right now for YouTubers. So a lot of Indians, because a lot of them speak English there, right? They'll make their thumbnails in English, they'll put their titles in English, and then you click on the video and they speak Hindi. And you're just like, wait a minute, hold on. I searched for something and here's an English title, here's an thumbnail in English on it, and now they're speaking Hindi. They're killing themselves when they're doing that, right? So they're geographically in a different country, they're trying to reach the English market, but they're using Hindi language and they're just mixing everything up. And yeah, that's hurting them. On the flip side, if they were to, they're in India, titles in Hindi, thumbnails in Hindi, languages in Hindi, then they're focusing on the right stuff. Or titles in English, thumbnails in English, they speak in English, right? So you have to think about who you're trying to reach in the first place. But no, geography doesn't affect your growth. What affects your growth is finding a community of people that you can connect with, right? And you have to make topics that people are interested in. So, for example, if you're making content about white coffee mugs, there's probably not a lot of people who are interested in white coffee mugs. There will be some people who are collecting white coffee mugs and they'll be interested in what you're making. But in terms of just like a lot of people, you're probably not going to get a lot of views on those videos. But if you're making something that's, the interest is wider, then yeah, that's definitely going to help you out. So topics that a lot of people are interested in, thumbnails that a lot of people click on, and make videos that people watch a longer duration of that video. That's the key to YouTube growth. I hate that. It's a waste of time. Yeah, it happens to me all the time too. I'm always looking for, new ways to do things on a phone. And sometimes I'm looking for I wonder how to do this on this app, or I can't figure this out. 50% of the time, I'm like, oh, English, click on it, and somebody's speaking Hindi. I'm just like, oh, come on. Don't do that to me. Like, speak Hindi and put your thumbnails in Hindi and put your titles in Hindi, or just do it all in English. Pick one. YouTube is doing auto-translate in some languages for titles. I can't understand why they would auto-translate titles. I haven't seen that. I said one of the news flash thingies from YouTube channel. I haven't seen that yet. Interesting. Oh, that's gonna make it even worse. Best thumbnail maker app for Android. It depends on your skill. I've got videos on how to make thumbnails on my channel. If you're just getting started, you could use something like Snapseed. You could also check out something like Bazart. Bazart's a really cool app that I recently found. So Snapseed, you can use Pixel Lab, you can use Bazart or Thumbnail Maker. There's a lot of good apps. What's Hindi? Hindi is one of the languages spoken in India. Now YouTube asks in upload, what language is your title and thumbnail along with the video language? Interesting. I don't have that yet. That's really cool. Thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, I see that a lot coming out of India, and it just drives me crazy because I think, and the tutorials are good. Sometimes I'll watch the tutorial, you know, I'll turn on YouTube's auto captions and they're 70, 80% correct. Sometimes I watch the auto captions and I'm thinking to myself, this person is really good. Like the tutorial is really good. It looks good. The pacing is right with their editing, but the packaging is all wrong. And I'm thinking, man, their channel could be so much bigger if they just packaged it correctly. What's up? How you doing? Yep, answered that one. I love Snapseed with almost 12,000 subs and 3 million views, not just for beginners. Yeah, Snapseed's great, man. Oh yeah, Canva's great too. I always forget about Canva. It's a planet. Hindi, yeah. What is Hindi? It's a planet. It seems like a planet. Yeah, my time in India. India is indeed, and that's kind of like that with a lot of Asian countries. Like it's like going to a different planet. I love India. My girlfriend and I were just talking yesterday about we can't wait to travel again in India. We can't wait for the pandemic to finish. We can't wait to get back there. Technic Win. Hey, listen, head over to my video. You're watching a live stream right now. Head over to my videos. I've got videos on thumbnail maker apps. I've got videos on live streaming apps. I got videos on video editing apps. I got videos on all that stuff. So head over there, check that out. My last video is about Canva. There you go. Okay, and on that note, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me tonight. You guys asked some awesome questions per usual. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate that as well. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for giving this a thumbs up. If I didn't get to your question in the chat, you can come back and you can ask this as in a comment, right? You can come back after this process, ask your question in a comment. I will come back and I'll answer those. So thank you. Yeah, Neil's Prism Live Studio. Yep, that's great too. Be my guest next time you visit India. Where are you at, Neil? What city are you in? Guitar Giveaway channel. You rock, my man. Do-Rec is probably the best live streaming app, but not for Android. Thank you. Thank you for that. Doc, have a good one, man. Good show. Answer my question. You guys are great. Assam. Oh yeah, I'll have to check that out, man. I'll have to check it out on a map. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. And I will see you guys next Sunday. And I'll be posting a link to the private Facebook group here shortly. So for new channel members, be sure to check that out. And I will see you guys soon.
Get you.